Good morning. So there's two things I'm making a promise to myself. I'm going to start wearing my shirts instead of a company I used to work for shirt. You can see back years and years and years of me wearing this shirt. Trust me, I have like 100 of them, probably more than that. And they make and I don't work for that company anymore, so they make great barn shirts. But even when I worked for that company, I would go right from work to a lesson. And so I have a lot of videos working with other people's horses in this shirt, not a signature shirt of my own. So that's going to be one of my things that I'm going to try to make sure I change so that people can know how to look me up if they like something that they see in one of my videos or one of my lives. Well, I do lives. I wear the right shirt. But anyway, this topic is about changing the dynamics of your horses, right? Like changing your turnout dynamics. So I did a long thing about, putting Bentley and Dewey in with Teddy and Logan, and how Bentley got stressed out when Dewey basically said, "Peace out, dude. I've been waiting to hang out with these guys." So, it's kind of like the kid waiting to get into high school, like knows that his cool neighbor is an upperclassman, and when he gets to be a freshman, he's going to be allowed to hang out with the upperclassmen. That's kind of what happened. He got out there and said, "Peace out, I don't need you." And the only reason I was putting Bentley in that herd was because in case Dewey needed an ally. Because I've had big groups of horses and different definitive herds within those groups. So I know that sometimes you can have a lot of horses together, but you can tell that there's individual herds. So I figured, well, I'll give him an ally, because actually Bentley used to have two allies in a bigger herd. My two ponies, Hunter and Matthias, used to be part of his herd, even though they were amongst like 5 other horses. So it turned out that Dewey didn't need him, and that wasn't my main plan for Bentley. So I said, well, then let's move on to what I was going to do with Bentley, which was put him with Daisy and Tucker so that he can help raise Tucker like he helped raise Dewey. Now it's time for Tucker. And then I have another baby coming in November that's going to also join Tucker and Bentley and Daisy, so that she can get a good adult horse guidance, because Bentley's very kind. He's a little behind on social cues, so he'll be kind of like a kindergarten teacher, he'll be like kind of a soft entrance to the world of, in case a horse pins their ears at you, this is what it might mean, where as opposed to a horse pinning their ears at them and then, double barreling them to show them what it does mean. I would rather, the babies learn what it might mean. So that's why Bentley is the best little baby teacher. So if you have a baby that needs a good baby teacher, either find yourself a good Bentley or give me a call and we can let Bentley raise your baby too. Bentley's going to be raising another baby here in November. Anyway, my question here isn't really about all that. That was more of a long intro. As you can see, I do a lot of those. So please hang in when you see that I'm talking about something that's not about the topic, the subject line. You didn't need to know about my shirt, but I feel like I better change that soon, or I'm going to have to keep explaining why I'm wearing another company shirt. Yeah, you want some water? Here you go, bud. Hold on. Here, I'll do the one on the floor for you. This is Dewey looking for some water. I wait in the summertime. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. There, water. I wait until after they've eaten in the summer to give them their water, because I want to make sure that whatever they gulp down after they eat, I top that water back off. So I make sure that they have the 2 full buckets for the day. Here, bud. Go ahead, drink that. Go ahead, you have water right there. Go ahead, drink that. No, drink that. No, leave that alone. Hey, we're doing something here. Come on. I love you too. He's all up. Here, maybe you can see him better. He's all up in me, asking me to scratch him. I know you're itchy. So anyway, sorry about him. But isn't he precious? Dude, get your drink, sweetie. Now you're gonna make me pick up a heavy. Now you're gonna make me pick up a heavy bucket. Get that drink right there. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's like, I have big friends. I'm the littlest one on, no, I'm not the littlest one anymore, right? You're not, your brother's the littlest one, but I'm the second littlest horse on the planet. And I have the biggest friends. So anyway, the topic here is, how do you stop yourself from undoing progress in a change like that? Okay, so Bentley's freaking out. Do you wait because you think, you whispering sweet nothings in my ear? Very sweet of you. Get your drink, bud. Finally. Or do you, okay, I'm losing track because of Dewey. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm rambling. Like, really? Good thing I didn't do this live, because I could edit it if I wanted to, but I'm going to start doing a lot more lives too. So, anyway. Now I'm having a mental debate. Should I bother with this? So, what do you do? Do you have a scale? Do you have a scale, like an emotional scale? Like, how upset does the horse have to get where you decide that this is not going to progress in a positive way, that this is not going to settle down? Do you have an emotional scale? Hold on, I got to come in here. So that, like, no, he's freaking out. Or do you have a physical scale? Like Bentley's case, he has kind of a long standing left leg discomfort. So do I wait until he's limping to say, okay, I guess I better, do something different for him? Do I undo everything I just did that looked like it could work? Do I undo it all because of the one horse that's having a hard time? Do I just, put earphones on and try not to hear him crying? Do I not go out of the barn and make sure I'm not watching him run? What do I do? What do you do to stop yourself from, going out there and undoing what could work if you just waited it out? So in Bentley's case, he does have a chronic problem with the hind leg. And believe it or not, it was awesome. Is it the first time I've ever seen him trot? Well, not ever. First time I've seen him trot perfectly sound in 3 years. So now I've got that in my mind. I'm like, yes, I'm noting that. Like, oh, that's awesome. Look, he's the good rest time he's had being Dewey's buddy has really, really been beneficial to this leg. And then boom, shit, he's running around. Is he going to re-hurt himself? Is he going to aggravate an old injury? What? Oh no, so that runs through your head too. So do you have a scale that says, okay, do I get him out of there before I see him take a bad step because I don't want to see him hurt himself again? Do I get him out of there because he's stressing out and he's crying and he's running up and down a fence, nowhere near the other horses? Like, Dewey's long gone. He's nowhere near them. He's on another section of the paddock running up and down the fence. Do I go get him because of that? So yes, in that case I did, because it was escalating. It wasn't getting better. He wasn't looking for comfort. He was looking for comfort over the fence to the paddock that he used to be in, calling for a friend that's nowhere near there. His friend said, peace out, man, I'm with the big kids. So I just decided to take that step away. Dewey adjusted just fine, so I don't need Bentley to be his buffer. And Bentley needs to be somewhere else in the long, the long story is Bentley's not supposed to be in there at the end of all of this. So I might as well just skip that step and put him up there. Now, Bentley did great when he was back with Daisy, because he's been separated from Daisy for about 4 months, for as long as Tucker's been born. And the reconnection was pretty obvious. And what I love about that connection is that he doesn't feel threatened by her, even though she kind of makes faces at him or whatever. He just kind of walks away from her like, yeah, whatever, lady. So I know that he's comfortable there. He doesn't feel threatened. He's not feeling like he's going to be run around anyway. But he's still stressed that, his little boy, his best friend, is now totally blowing him off. But he settled in pretty good last night. Really did settle. Not last night, night before. Last night, I skipped putting him with Teddy and Logan because it's not necessary. And I put him up with Daisy, and he started crying, kind of running the fence, started crying. And then you have that twinge of, oh shit, this isn't working. You know, oh no. So I guess my question is like, do you go up and get him? But then what are you going to do with him? Right? So you got to like figure out all those things. Like, Dewey's fine. That part's working out. Bentley's the one that's having a hard time. But it's not, so on a scale, it's not that bad. He's trotting to one end of the paddock and stopping, calling, trotting the other end of the paddock, stopping, calling. So what do? What's your scale? Do you go get him and then try to figure out what you're going to do with him? Do you separate Dewey again, you know, and make this one horse comfortable? Or do you gauge how uncomfortable that horse is and just try to suck it up yourself? You know, like, suck it up, Buttercup. He's going to be fine. Horses bond quickly to each other. You're putting too much human emotion on this. Or do you have a scale of how emotionally distressed do you let him get? How physically demanding do you let his activity get? What's your scale? How do you decide it's not working? How do you decide pull that horse back out of that situation? It's not working. And that's good for other people to hear, so I'd really love for you to get in here on this. I'm sorry about the really long intro, but it would be really great for other people to hear what you would do, how you would gauge if it's working or not, and then what would be your scale. How stressed, how physically demanding is their activity before you say, hey, this isn't working, we got to figure something else out. Okay, when do you pull horses apart if you don't think it's working out? Okay,